Are you absolutely certain you need to do this?
I need to do this. They added sketching to this game, so I just do it.
I feel like that's really dangerous in real life. Do they... Okay, maybe don't pull on the handle of my...
Yeah, but, okay, just go fast, go really fast, and,
Okay.
and I'll skip behind. Don't be sick, man. Tony 20!
Tony 20. Oh, here we go. Is he just low? Is he doing it? Oh, fuck. Oh, come on. Fuck me.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 for the PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox, PC, the Gen 6 version. I'm Aesthetic, with me on this is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
So yeah, we are moving on to Tony Hawk 4. We've had a good run leading up to this point, but alright, check that out. The cast and crew from Tony Hawk 3 is back, but also Bob Burnquist is back as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the Burn returns. So
Is it all the same people have come back?
Yeah.
Alright. And Bob Burnquist.
Right. To round it out. But for the pro that I'm going to pick, you know, pretty soon in these games, it's going to start being about your create a skater, your custom skater, moving up the skating world. This is the last game for a while where you just pick a pro and just go through the levels, do the objectives. So I'm gonna play as Tony Hawk himself. You know, some point in Tony 20, I need to play as Tony Hawk. So yeah, that's gonna be the case, but still just kind of showing it all off, showing what everybody looks like. Some people have different outfits. A lot can change in a year. Jamie Thomas has kind of long hair now. I've pointed out before. It's sort of funny how from Tony Hawk 1 to 4 he goes from like bald to long hair. But yeah, we are going to kick this off by going to college.
Oh boy.
Hey, if you want to open up some new places to skate, try talking to some of the guys with the arrows over their heads.
All right, and so immediately noticeable is how Neversoft has shaken up the formula from the previous Tony Hawk games. No longer do you have an overall timer that counts down from 2 minutes, and then when it ends, you have to start another run. Now the levels are open without a, overall timer, but now you find each objective and do one objective at a time, and then those will give you time limits to do that one.
I see. Okay, so is every objective timed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so this let Neversoft really be able to make larger levels, larger worlds, sort of, because now you could play around to your heart's content. And this is the engine that DISA was made in, right? Right.
Or was it different?
No, Disney Extreme Skateboarding Adventure. Yeah, that was basically Tony Hawk 4, but with Disney characters.
Yeah, because this, that little parking garage area reminded me of the little city streets in DISA.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man? I got lucky with this score. Let's see what you can do.
So yeah, when you find someone and talk to them, they'll kind of give you the objective and say a little thing. It's always like, hey, I bet you can't do this, or hey, I need you to do this, or hey, let's see if you can do this. So
do they always start with hey?
No, just in Sex World.
And did they get the actual skaters?
I believe so.
That's cool.
Yeah, I believe.
It's like, the thing is, the Tony Hawk games have always been, one of the things that's really good about the Tony Hawk games is it's not just a license. It's also sort of a little bit of a passion project, right? Tony Hawk was actually involved. It wasn't just like they licensed his face and licensed his name and then called it a day,
Right.
At least that's true for most of the Tony Hawk games.
Right. No, I think it kind of stayed like that. I guess you could say for better or for worse. Like Tony Hawk really wanted the motion skateboard control that was featured in Ride and Shred, even though it didn't really work out that well.
But I mean,
yeah.
that's still cool. I mean, like it's still like obviously they've got game designers who are talented, and they're the reason that the games work.
Right. But
it's good that they had, Antonio Hawkins. Oh, there he goes.
yeah. There's Ollie. He got a.
I can't believe he gave you $250.
Well, I mean, we collected that combo in one combo.
Yeah, but he's homeless.
Well, I mean,
wouldn't you be giving him $250?
I don't know, man. But yeah. So aside from the standard challenges that you've come to expect, the high score challenges, skate, or do a certain trick in a certain location, there will be some new challenges around, like combo, where you need to get all 5 letters in one combo, or there will be some challenges showing off the new game mechanics, like here, where we're going to learn about spine transfers. Which is where, when there are 2 quarter pipes that are kind of next to each other, but in the way where, they both aim up, you can now transfer from one to the other, which, coming from, starting with Tony Hawk 1 and playing the games back to back to back, it was kind of funny. For the first little bit, I kept forgetting spine transfers were in the game. So I was still, holding up to jump out of one quarter pipe and get to the other. And this is just, there's also, some little mini games strewn about. None of them are required to 100% a level or a character, and that's good because they're just little extras that
that's fun. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're not nearly as good as the skateboarding part of the game.
Oh, and I also see you're using your skateboard.
Yeah. But so yeah, definitely Tony Hawk 4 is more kind of, on one hand, it's sort of play at your own pace, right around these levels as much as you want, and pick whatever challenges you find or want to do. But also, just because everything's obviously been streamlined more, it's it feels fast and responsive, and just you can.
It seems really polished.
Yeah, more than ever, just do a whole bunch of tricks back to back to back, like you saw in that first high score challenge where I was switching up my grinds a whole lot. And, that was sort of the rudimentary features of that. Switching up your grinds or manuals or lip tricks was in Tony Hawk 3, but you had to do that back in Tony Hawk 3. You had to mess with the D-pad or analog stick while keeping your balance and such. And for manuals, you had to have special meter and then start a special manual to even get that started. Whereas here, to switch up a grind, if you're grinding, just hit one of the face buttons, like a combination of 2 face buttons. So like square, 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 triangle, triangle, square, triangle, triangle, and you just go into the different ones. And manualing, I'm not going to show that off here in this video, but manualing is the same way. That kind of turns it into a whole kind of flatland freestyle tricking system, which, thinking about it,
that's pretty cool.
I don't think the game really asks you to do that for a while, so someone might go a most full playthrough without knowing that, but still.
I mean, it seems like some of the stuff, like the spine transfer thing, it seems like that could have been communicated in a tutorial, and instead they communicated it in a full level that's fun to play.
Yeah, they communicated it with a challenge.
And that's cool. I really like that, because it's like, instead of saying okay, well, we need to teach the player this, so let's put a little help screen that shows up or whatever. It's just integrated into the game. You just learn the mechanic naturally.
Yeah. You need to
do it. And
the
game assumes that you have some information going in, like the controls, or that you've played previous games, so the basic layout of the buttons and, whatever. and it rewards you coming back and playing this area again once you're better, because the level it's not just a tutorial level. It's an actual level that's good.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes you'll see that. Like, first level is just kind of like a whatever.
My score's weak. Let's see what we
Yeah.
got.
I'm trying to think, like, in the extreme sports games
genres, it's not... I don't know if that happens so much as, like, they just kind of expect you to know and they don't give you a tutorial.
Right, yeah.
Which has always been my problem with extreme sports games. Not, like, on principle or anything, but, like, I'm really bad at extreme sports games because you kind of have to learn by doing. Nobody ever really shows you the ropes unless you've got somebody else playing next to you who can tell you. And I'm really bad at learning by doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, tutorials really help me as a gamer. So, I don't know. It's a really nice integration of those, like, classic tutorials with, you know, a more natural, learn at your own pace kind of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like you need to do all the challenges to go the next level. It's never really been like that. But yeah, there are some challenges where it is more of a one-off of a mechanic where maybe you won't use it all that much throughout the game. Like here, where we're racing the inline skater and kind of luging on our skateboard.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, you can ride around, you can jump.
And that's also another thing that the Tony Hawk games have always captured, but I think Tony Hawk 4, I'm already seeing a huge step up from 3 even, capturing the sort of irreverence of skater culture, where there's a lot of, you know, when you're skating, when you go out to skate, it's not like somebody saying, hey, you want to play tennis with me? It's like, excuse me, I'm skating right now. Like, you're not going to get pissed at that. You're just going to go like, yo, whatever, dude, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah.
Goodness gracious! My car! They're stealing my baby! Try
This is
to
great.
stop them.
So
And then they teach you how to sketch.
yeah, they teach you how to sketch, which, like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but the game says, like, you can even incorporate sketching in your combos. I would like someone to record them incorporating sketching in any of their combos.
Yeah, on paper you could do it.
On paper you could do it. I don't think... I do not sketch except for when I need to for a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, some mechanics are good and allow you a lot of freedom in doing your combos, like spine transferring, and then kind of some of the ways they've changed up the tricking system a bit. But some of the mechanics, like sketching, are kind of novelties.
Yeah, they're just not. That's fine.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, like, it's not like it gets in the way of you doing something else, and that's fine.
Right. So along with the challenges, of course, which there will be 16 challenges in each main level, there are also cash pickups thrown about, and, you know, those mini games can get you more cash as well. Like, if I was actually good at that tennis one, if you win, you get like $100 or something. But and you can go around and get the cash, and it'll say like, "Hey, you found all the cash in a level." And then cash will basically let you buy like the bonus levels, some movies, you know, the bonus movies, your skateboarding decks, some kind of fun little character customization or clothes sorts of things. But like things like your stat points or such are again tied to the challenges. So yeah, here's a challenge where it's, you know, kind of a standard basic tricking introduction. You need to do the tricks that are shown, and like in this first level, in this very first one, it'll just be direction and then square circle. Do some basic flip tricks, do some basic grab tricks.
Yeah, just, I mean, even if you're not learning the exact, like, oh, this is what a nose grab is, this is what an indie is, it's getting you in the mindset, as a new player, it would get me in the mindset of, like, oh, this is how I do some of the basic tricks. I need to get in mind, okay, direction, face button, you know?
Yeah.
And that's a tutorial without it being a tutorial. It's not screaming a tutorial at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good game design. Mm-hmm. And it seems like they've really, I mean, now that they're on Tony Hawk 4, it seems like they've really mastered the hardware. You know, they've had a lot of time with the PlayStation 2 to really squeeze the most out of it, and that's great.
Right. I mean, it's only 2002. We still have quite a few more years with the PS2. Now, when we look at the PS1 version of Tony Hawk 4, that's squeezing as much as you can out of that console. Yeah, that's, if you haven't seen that, that's going to be very interesting. But like, here's a special trick tutorial, basically. If you're not Tony Hawk has the 3.6 has that special trick already. If you're not Tony Hawk, it will give you that special trick in a new special trick slot. And so it is always that special trick with that button combination.
I see.
So here we're going to look at the different tricks, and you might immediately notice it looks like there's 2 different tricks on each button. Well, that is, you remember how back in Tony Hawk 3 there were a few tricks where you could hit the button multiple times and get double flips, triple flips. Well, here, like, every single grab has a variant. Every single grab, every single flip trick has a variant where you can hit direction,
a single tap or a double tap.
Yeah. Direction, and then double tap the button, and it'll be a different version. I think when it comes to like triple flips, there's still only a couple tricks you could do that on. But you have double tap for all 8 directional button inputs for grabs and flips, and that means that some of the tricks that were specials before are now just common tricks, like the sack tap or the Christ Air. Yeah. But yeah, then here's the list of all the special tricks, and again, any of these, you could put any of them on any character from the very start. And
holy shit,
they've expanded that out even more, and now even differentiated for air tricks which ones are just a set animation and which ones you can hold as grab versions.
I'm curious how many of the animations they like carry over from previous games. You know, I wonder, like, they probably carried some over, but I wonder if they carried like a lot of them over, because that's a lot of animation work to do.
Yeah,
especially considering the quality of the animations in these games.
Yeah, looking at the special trick list, there is a good amount that's carried over from Tony Hawk 3. And, again, looking at the PlayStation 1 versions of the games, sure, a few are introduced every time, but quite a lot are carried over even from Tony Hawk 1. Right. 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
To be expected, and honestly, it'd be a shame if they didn't do that,
Right. Yeah.
It's not like they have to make up new tricks every time.
Right.
Because these are things that people do in real life.
Some of them.
Well, some of them.
Yeah. All right, and so here's another cool feature. Since it's an open area where you can ride around for, unlimited time, you can set kind of a custom restart point where...
Oh, that's really handy.
Yeah, where now... you could pause and go back to that point and basically teleport there, and it's kept that as your respawn point until you set another one.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, which is great for, doing a sick trick off the roof of a building and then teleporting right back up to go get the cash on the other side.
Yeah. Or if you're just goofing around in a level and you want to do something absolutely wild, and then you go like, oh man, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
It's not like not a huge journey to get back there. That's really nice.
Right.
They're everywhere! Big elephants are everywhere! You gotta help me, Senator!
Man. The arc of Ollie the Magic Bum,
Yeah.
He went from being just a guy you jumped over to, you're able to play as him in Tony Hawk 3 to having a rough time in Tony Hawk 4.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got some kind of condition, which is... Man, remember the days when we could just make fun of that?
Yeah, man. Throw it back to 2004, have Eminem music videos all day on TV.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so another mechanic is that if you're doing a goal and you fail it, you could just pause and hit retry last goal, and it'll start you at the start.
Yeah. Seems like they I don't even, I mean, like, these are the days before the internet, so they would have had to think about these. Well, these are the days before social media.
Right.
So
right.
they would have had to hear about these ideas and like they would have had to think about these things on their own and really try to innovate in both the gameplay and also in the quality of life improvements.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's really nice because they could have just, you know, done a slapdash. Here's some new levels, same old, and they didn't, and that's really nice.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is pushing, you know, the kind of the amount of things you can do on a skateboard.
Yeah.
At this point, the only development is being able to get off the skateboard, and that will come in the next game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of quality, you know, those 500,000 word Tony Hawk 4 strategy guides on GameFAQs, some of them have some sweet ASCII art, man.
That's true. Yeah, I
Just
remember
like,
back
yeah.
in the day when you'd look up like on GameFAQs strategy guides, and some of them would have such good ASCII art. There's a Prince of Persia one that I remember reading that had like a really cool ASCII prints on it, and it was like custom art, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of goofing a little bit, but yeah, before days of, you know, YouTube or such.
Right.
you know,
Everybody, all the
people would
strategy
type
guides
out,
were like,
yeah, all these big in-depth guides, kind of, but
oh, waves, my favorite.
yeah. So this guy, Atiba Jefferson, is in each level as someone who gives you goals, and he's actually like a pro photographer.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Known for doing a lot of work with skateboarders.
Is he? So,
skateboard pros.
do you think they got him like to actually voice himself in it? I would imagine so.
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. I mean, it's cool that they you know. Man,
Yeah.
this is super cool. I mean, like realistically, it's not like the movement of the float is causing extra difficulty or anything, but the idea that like there's a float going on and you just
Yeah.
ride all over it is
I
just
mean,
like real good.
You can spine transfer between things that are moving. They didn't need an extra step to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Here's another little mini game, kind of a hidden game that when I replayed Tony Hawk 4, I actually didn't know about this. But yeah, so you lip trick on the transformer, and then the electrical wires start getting overcharged, energized, and you know, it's not like you die or anything if it gets to 100%, but if you can grind them enough to get that back down to 0%, you'll get some cash. And here's kind of a weird glitch. I failed while grinding, but look, the percentage is still going down.
Huh.
So I guess I kind of cheesed that, but yeah,
Nice.
you get $500 for doing that.
Now, as an electrical engineer, on a scale of 1 to 10, how realistic was that?
0.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of figured.
You know, there's the whole path to ground thing, but if the wires are sparking that much, probably just being on them would kill you.
Also, he wasn't touching the ground.
Right, and that's normally what does you
Like,
in.
path to ground is not changed if you're on it.
Right, that's, you know, that normally what does you in. Oh, we got Bob here,
Check this out.
and
Here I am.
doing everything you can.
No, Bob. It's me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hi, my name's Bob. Bob Burnquist.
Yes.
Do you have
I
any
remember.
questions for me? I'm famous.
Oh, wow, Bob Burnquist, you're actually in this video
This
now.
video, yeah.
I don't know, man. I wasn't prepared to do an interview.
All right, well, I wasn't prepared to answer questions either, so...
All right, sounds like
that
we're on
worked
the same
out.
page. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I love your videos, Aesthetic.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Bob Burnquist, the skateboarder.
Yep. I do other things, too.
Like other impressions, or... wait, are you still Bob, my friend, or
I'm
are you
still
Bob
Burnquist.
Oh, you stuck around even though we basically
you
both
ended
ended this
the
interview.
thing when you said the skateboarder, and so I just wanted to. I stayed around to clarify. Oh, hold on, Bob was telling me. Yeah. Okay.
But
Sorry.
look,
Okay, Bob Burnquist just left. Now it's just me, Bob, your friend.
dang. Okay, well, yeah. So we aced that. That was just a quick little combo competition where
That's nice.
You had to get
Stick
a large,
it right here in the.
yeah, get a large combo. You know, kind of again, I guess kind of a combo tutorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, along with...
And a competition tutorial if you've never played the other games.
Yeah. Teaching you that you can just ace it in 2 heats and then, you don't even have to do the third. We got 99s on both of them, because I'm Tony freaking Hawk. You know?
Oh, look, it's your buddy.
Yeah.
Hey there! The local frat boys trash can me! Can you get it back for me?
Frat boys.
Now, I gotta ask. I just said, I'm Tony Hawk. Why am I hanging out with such losers? I mean...
What do you mean? You think you would be hanging out with the frat boys?
Well, I mean, just like... I'm Tony Hawk, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tony Hawk represents the downtrodden.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, there's a little Tony Hawk in all of us.
Was that a Heart of Darkness reference?
I believe it was. Yeah.
Nice.
That frat boy, I mean, just because you're in a frat doesn't mean,
That's true.
you don't know classic
frat guys
literature.
do have to keep frat guys do have to keep up their grades.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not like they're all just dummies. That said, they're all just dummies.
Right. So here's another little mini game. You get in the garbage truck and yeah. I think this was a glitch where, I mean, obviously it's a glitch, but I think this happened because I was a little late in getting over, so the garbage truck started backing up right when I got in there. But yeah, so these 2 trucks go down the street and there's money up above it, and despite, considering how thin the gap is between them, you'd think I would be able to stay in the trucks, but I have never done good at this minigame. I've always done completely trash at this minigame. So whatever. But yeah, that's a way that you can get some extra money as well.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, but what does our buddy want from us now?
Practice. That ain't right.
What?
I mean, you're not using it.
Yeah, what are you gonna use it for?
Yeah, so we gotta clock some jocks because our buddy, I guess, is annoyed that...
The chess team can't...
Yeah, the chess team can't use these rails for, I don't know,
I mean, what are you even
skate
hogging
chess.
the Coliseum anyway? They're like... Here.
Yeah.
You can go inside.
Oh man, you remember
Number
college,
69.
man? That's the 2 things I remember from college, man. Chinese food whenever I wanted, and hanging out with losers.
Yeah.
You know what they say, college never ends. Yeah. No, so this level is very loosely, very lightly based on UC Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, I've seen some pictures, and it's like, yeah, okay. I see a building where it is like, okay, yeah, they kind of got the building to look like that. Yeah. But obviously, the layout and such isn't, super reflective.
Are any of the stats, like, more useful than the others, or any of them really bad?
Yeah, I mean, like, lip balance is usually a stat that's like, don't put a lot into versus like grinding or manualing, Speed is always nice, air, hang time, ollie kind of thing. I mean, you saw I failed that grind, I wiped out hard, and then I put some points in, and, I got that fine. Here, unlike in Tony Hawk 3, you cannot, for the pros, you cannot take their stats and take them all away and make them whatever you want. You saw that the stat points I added were a slightly different color.
Right.
So the base stats that a pro has are baked in. You can change up the stat points you gain however you want, but...
Okay, so there is a minimum for each stat for each rider.
For each pro, yeah.
Yeah.
However, on your custom skater, you can make the stats however you want. And if you look up other YouTubers, like Tyler Lasagna or Radrat, they have tried to play this game with 0 in every stat and seen how they do. I won't be doing that challenge, or at least won't be doing it for the main videos.
Can I guess that T-Laz probably absolutely does a phenomenal job?
T-Laz cooked Radrat on a flipping stick.
Yeah.
Grilled him like a campfire that you would do with your dad.
Yeah. Me, Dad, and a rat on a stick.
Yeah.
Just like the summer of 04.
Yeah, those were the days. All right, so we went to college. We earned, an undergrad in shredding. I don't know. And we got all the cash as well. Yeah, so next time we'll be going to San Francisco. We've already gone to San Fran back in Tony Hawk 1, but, here definitely it's going to be a lot more, built out and expanded on. So I'll see you there.